the land of the free.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, this is going to be a great test of their ability to match up against any style of opponent. The front office had that in mind when this roster was constructed. We'll see how it actually plays out tonight. You look at Kawhi Leonard. His former coach Greg Popovich famously did not name him as a leader in one interview, and it caused quite a stir.
Yeah, he tried to clarify that, though, Pop did, saying the situation was taken out of context. But it was still a little bit of a dig.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the yell type. Kawhi leads by example. But I think at this point, both parties just want to shut up and sit down.
Are you a good leader?
Nope.
He was a joy to coach.
He's right.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And the Clippers starting five. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, the tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Leonard with the steal. He dishes it to George. Off target with his 3. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Stolen by Beverly. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got his second basket.
Now you can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation. Dynamite in transition.
Teague surveying the D. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harrell up top, defended by Towns. And George, here we go. And the rejection by Towns. Outside Teague. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wiggins. He gets it in there.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any.
Now here's Wiggins, following the miss by Lou Williams. Culver passes to Wiggins. Over Williams. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
And here's Wiggins after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Shot clock at 5. Here's Teague, and the rejection by Harrell. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Okogie's checked in for Culver. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Landry Shamet's checked in for Williams. Harrell kicks to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George with the ball. Now defended by Vonleh. Clock at 6. Here's Beverly. Second chance shot. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Okogie. Wiggins surveying the floor. The pass to Okogie. To halt the run, he lays it in.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Shamet finds Harrell. And here's Beverly. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Harrell, that's good.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact, Kevin.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. For 3, Okogie. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Here's Shamet. 1:11 left to play in the first. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Teague dishes to Wiggins. Over George. That one wide left.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And Harrell slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's T. After the basket by Montrezl Harrell. And here's Vonleh. Here's Wiggins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Wiggins. Some changes for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Bell comes in for Robert Covington. And Jake Layman subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. And both free throws good for Wiggins. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. 8-point game. Shot clock at 6. The tray. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
On the attack right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. JaMychal Green is out there with Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, how about Patrick Beverly showing you at a point guard he can still get up?
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
First free throw is good. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. And the Clippers with a change here too. Williams has checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set. I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Here's Zubats, and the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Teague's checked in for Minnesota. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. Here's Leonard. Outside Williams. Zubats finds Leonard. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. On defense, the Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. Vonleh with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. A floater. A nice shot by Teague.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Passes it to Leonard. Free throw line jump shot. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Now here's Culver. Pass to Vonleh. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Clippers leading by 9. Shamet kicks to Harrell. Outside Leonard. Pass to Shamet. Teardrop shot. That one's not going to go. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Layman, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Layman's got 5 now.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington comes in for Jake Layman. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Culver. Green, the pass to Shamet. And stolen by Vonleh. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by 5. Harrell against Towns. Harrell finds Green, and Green slams it in.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Teague, the pass to Covington. The pass to Wiggins. Shoots over Shamet. And too long on the shot.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Now Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vonleh with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And we finished one half of basketball. Clippers lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. That part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. Got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Montrezl Harrell.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at them.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Timberwolves trail by 7. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. And it's Teague in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Outside, Williams takes the 3. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last 2 years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
And the first one at the line is good. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And now the fast break, George with the ball. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Well, Brent, you look at the explosive numbers George has put up. A lot of it has to do with how he runs the pick and roll.
Incredible at his size and his ability to read the defenses in pick and roll situation. Anytime there's a defender that decides to go under on Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the 3-point line. Last year, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
Free throw good from George.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Here's Teague. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
For Minnesota, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Minnesota making some changes. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Okogie subbed in for Culver. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Williams. He's got 7. Pass to Leonard. Over Bell. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Williams.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And here is Teague. Wiggins outside. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Over in the corner, Williams. The 3. Hands it from downtown. Williams has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Clippers.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Teague with a clean look. Another miss by Minnesota.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
They need this. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 16. And George, here we go.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Back to Teague. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
As soon as Teague gets inside, he really forces the issue right there, getting a foul as a result.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And he can't get the first one. So for the Clippers, JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Shamet. Now here's Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Green. Beverly for 3. Rejected by Teague. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Shamet. 1:58 left in the third. And stolen by Jang. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. Here's Teague. He's got 5. There's the pass to Okogie. Teague left side. Makes it off the glass. Teague's got 7.
I have to admire how relentless Teague is on the drive, as well as how consistent he is at burying those looks.
Outside, Green. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Passes it to Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Jang. Robert Covington comes in for Wiggins. And Culver's subbed in for Jeff Teague. Both good from the line that time. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Here's Okogie, guarded by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And George kicks to Zubac. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Now here's Beverly. Not a lot of room. Lob pass to George. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Pass to Towns. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
To the inside, here's Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Culver passes to Towns. Up in time. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers leading by 17. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green, and it's Beverley in at the point guard position. Wiggins kicks to Towns. Culver passes to Towns. Over Harrell. And it's Towns missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Okogie, defended by George. Fade away. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And the Clippers call time here. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Landry Shamet. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, No hero ball right now.
It's so hard to guard Lou Williams without fouling. He just moves around such a herky-jerky way, especially when he's slashing like this.
And that one falls for Williams.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
And Williams drops them both. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The fader, and the shot goes in.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Culver dishes to Towns. Over Harrell. Tries again, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Minnesota.
One shot.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. To the middle, here's Beverly. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 18.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
And Towns gets it to go.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Williams looking over the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
And we talk about Lou Williams being one of those herky-jerky players, unpredictable at how he's going to score, but he will score.
And he makes the first.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
He hits both from the stripe. So it's the Timberwolves now. They trail by 18. Teague finds Towns. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Leonard. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Culver passes to Wiggins. Pass to Culver. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Culver's got his first basket.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Here's Beverly. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Clippers lead by 18.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Outside Covington, 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
Harold with a solid job out there, just being a pest on the defensive end.
Down low, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Now the pass to Towns. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 20. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Teague with the ball. And that one's good. Wiggins.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It was a good possession all the way around.
Williams double team. Passes it to Harrell. Now Leonard. Teague covering. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And already a leader at such a young age, Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Towns drops them both. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Robinson passes to Kabengele. Here's Magruder, defended by Towns. Five on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Magruder. No good off the back of the rim.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Shoots off the step back. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Graham kicks to Bell. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Plays it up and banks it in.
Such an agile and mobile big man. Tough to stick with Jordan Bell when he's slashing like that after setting a good hard screen.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Lou Williams, You made some big shots to get the win tonight.
I just wanted to stay aggressive. You know, shoot or shoot. That's what we're supposed to do. I've always been a confident guy. Never got down on myself, so I just continue to be aggressive and just concentrate on the first shot.
Nobody has ever doubted your confidence. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.